a key chart in Doordash's IPO filing doesn't pass the smell test. I'll tell you what, there's many things that don't pass the smell test with CEO Tony Zhu and Doordash. Just this week, they had to settle $2.5 million because the shady company kept all the tips, right? People that were tipping their delivery driver, trying to do something good for that individual during the pandemic because he brought them food, didn't receive their tips. So this is the company you should delete, hashtag delete Doordash. But this is the company you are dealing with, right, investors? So be wary because they still have many, many skeletons in the closet. Now, Doordash is eyeing a monster IPO that could value the company at up to $32 billion. Paramount to the company's story is its explosive sale growth, especially among existing customers, a sign of stickiness that bodes well for future profitability. But a key chart in the company's IPO filing is sending mixed messages about how much business is coming from loyal, repeat customers versus new customers who may have joined because of a promo. Experts say the company will need to refile an amended S1 to clarify the chart in question. Food delivery startup Doordash, as I said, is looking to do this mammoth evaluation. Thanks in large to the coronavirus pandemic, demand for delivery service exploded this year. Total orders placed with Doordash over the first 3 quarters tripled compared with 2019, with consumers spending $16.5 billion, up just from $5.5 billion through the first 3 quarters of 2019. Now, investors, people that want to buy the stock, should also know, right, that once the pandemic settles down, once the vaccines are out, it returns to the 5.5. There's no reason for people to have food delivered anymore. They will want to go out as they did in the past. So this is why this big discrepancy of 5.5 billion and 16.5. It will eventually return to 5.5 to 7.5 billion dollars. Importantly, much of the spending increase comes from repeat buyers, according to Doordash's S1 filing, a critical factor that indicates stickiness and bodes well for long-term profitability. But as the Doordash commences its initial public offering road show, a key in the company's registration document that compares order sales from new and existing customers has come under scrutiny. And experts say the company may need to refile its S1 to clarify the issue. Amid the nearly 300-page filing document, some experts have zeroed in on a wonky-looking chart that shows how order sales increased since 2018, distinguishing between the share of gross order value, GOV, coming from existing customers versus new customers. The chart shows that amid the tremendous spike in consumer orders in 2020, much of the growth came from repeat buyers. The proportion coming from new customers actually shrank from 23% in Q3 2019 to 15% Q3 2020. So it went down a whopping 8%. That's a lot, right? To investors, a company with a sticky customer base is worth a lot more than a company that has to continually shell out cash to attract users. While customer traction is important for most startups, it's especially acute for the food delivery heavyweights, including Grubhub and Uber Eats, which have waged an expensive battle for market share and drawn skepticism about their paths to profit. As Doordash notes in the filing, nobody expects the massive growth spike in 2020 to continue post-pandemic. So establishing a devoted base of customers is a powerful asset and message to send to investors. Now you can read the whole article. I'll leave a link for you beneath the video. I do want to give Cova a shout out. They also offer gig protection against any wrongful termination by Doordash. If you get into an accident, they kick in 80% of your lost wages. They have 24/7 health service, automatic mileage tracking, paid time off, sick leave. And the one thing that I like about this gig protection plan, the legal protection, because they have a partner called Rideshare.com in Chicago. And should you, for some reason, get deactivated or wrongfully terminated over a false report, the company sends out the legal letters to get you reinstated. What makes this law firm unique, ladies and gentlemen, is that they have really focused on the gig economy. So if you've been in an accident, if you've had an injury, if your riders have had an injury, if you've had property damage to your car, if you've lost wages, they will handle the entire insure insurance claim process for you. So DoorDashers, listen up. Make sure you get your tips right, which DoorDash withheld from you, and feel free to comment on this video. Have a great day, everyone.